Gemini, today is about slowing down the chatter and listening to the truth within. Your sacred soul truth is waiting to guide you beyond the surface and straight into clarity. Let's see what the cards are ready to reveal. Gemini, what you have hidden or what you're hiding from yourself is your ability to remain determined under pressure. Okay, so I have a group of Geminis that are, I have a group of Geminis that are undergoing some burdens or pressure, heavy burdens, and these will be burdens that you are fully responsible for. Okay, so aren't burdens, these aren't burdens from other people's lives or other people's doing. These are just solely your responsibilities, okay? And so what you don't realize, Gemini, is that despite the heaviness of these burdens, you still have determination, okay? You still have the capability of pushing through despite how hard it may be, how overloaded you may feel. And what's pushing that determination with this pressure is your drive for success. Okay? Baby, you are carrying these burdens, these heavy burdens, and you are carrying them well. You're not dropping one. And I'm getting the sense of you may feel like you're dropping, like you're losing. Okay? Like you're losing. Or maybe your wands are the wands of the responsibility are slipping. But if you look at the picture, the individual is carrying all of the burdens. It's not one of the burdens that are touching the ground. So even though this is heavy, you are not dropping the ball, Gemini. You're still pushing through and carrying on. All right? Now, I think that what is blocking your flow or your magic right now is going to be your fear around these burdens, these financial burdens. Because I'm getting the sense that this has a lot to do with the financials. Okay, take it as it resonates. So there's a lot of fear around, and I think it's going to be about dropping. You don't want to drop the ball, Gemini, especially when it comes to your finances and your responsibilities that are attached to your finances, okay? This could be credit cards, these could be car notes, mortgages, taxes on property, rent, except car insurance, whatever your financial responsibilities are. You don't want to drop the ball. You want to keep everything balanced. Okay? And right now it seems like maybe your money is moving slow, or you feel like you're not really getting the rewards of your labor. Okay? And it's putting a strain on things, okay? But with this strain, you still are holding everything together and pushing through. You are, Gemini. You really are. So how can you turn this fear or this energy of feeling burdened? How can you alchemize that and turn it into power? How can you transmute it? Okay? Regardless of what's going on, Gemini, I still want you to keep pushing through, okay? I want you to keep moving with, urgency or decisiveness, moving with clarity, okay? Because you are highly intelligent, Gemini. No matter what you go through, you always figure out a way to get through it, all right? And so I strongly feel that with this financial burden or these burdens, this pressure, this overload of pressure that you're going through right now, you will get through. You will, because you're not going to run from your problems. You're going to be facing whatever these burdens are, whatever these challenges are right now. You're going to be facing them head on. Okay? One thing about you, Gemini, you're able to adapt in whatever environment that you're in. Okay? Whatever environment that you're in, you are able to adapt. And it's because of your ability to not run from anything, but face things head on. Okay? To be able to move with clarity. Okay? Even when things seem cloudy, you have this capability of weighing out the options and figuring out what's best or what's most important all around, looking at the bigger picture. Okay. And you might have Aquarius in your chart. So that's how you're going to be able to transmute the hardships of these financial burdens or this overload of pressure right now. Just staying sharp, staying you, Gemini, okay? Staying determined, still pushing through despite how hard or heavy things may seem right now. Yeah. Because the truth is, and I sense that my Geminis know this as well. And that's where that drive for success comes in, pushing the determination. It's because you know that your hard work is eventually going to pay off. And you are wanting to see the results. You honestly don't want to give up. You don't want to drop the ball because you know that this too shall pass. You know that after this hardship, or once you get through this season, that the end results are going to be beautiful. So it's encouraging you to persevere. Okay? The seeds you're sowing now with your determination and your drive are going to provide you a ripe harvest. Okay? And you know that. You know that the rewards are going to be big for pushing through. And that is ultimately, a part of that drive for success. Yeah. Right now for my Geminis, it seems like this is just it seems like it's holding you back, like you're being held back. Like you're being held back. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It's creating that fear of lack, like you won't have enough. Like you won't have enough. But like I said, Gemini, this too shall pass. You will soon be moving out of this. And I said this, you might have Aquarius in your chart, okay? But just because of your ability to be able to see the bigger picture, okay? And I think that's just the air sign thing. However, yeah, Gemini, this too shall pass. Okay, we have the Six of Swords energy here. Okay, the waters are rough and rugged, and pushing them every type of way, but they are sailing on to smoother and calmer waters. And I feel strongly that this is what's going on with my Geminis. You're experiencing some turbulence right now in the financial area, with burdens, with pressure, with feelings and thoughts of overload, okay? But you are moving forward. You are moving forward. This fear that is trying to creep up on you, Gemini, to keep you at bay, to keep you, stuck in that energy, Okay? We need to lift our vibrations, all right, so that we can make this smooth transition out of, the rough waters into something calm, something collect, so we can get into smooth sailing. Okay? Because this change that we're going to be going through from these burdens is going to be beneficial. Okay? Yeah. Stay optimistic, Gemini, because stay optimistic, stay self-motivated, stay inspired. Yeah. Don't look at where you are now. Keep your head held high. Keep looking up. Keep looking forward, because that's where you are going, Gemini. Stand your ground. Yeah. And I feel that my Geminis are. And if we're getting to a place, I'm so sorry. So sorry, Geminis. We're getting to a place where we feel like we don't have anything else to give ourselves. We need to pause and find a way to ground ourselves, because right now, more than ever, we need to be standing our ground. We need to be standing our ground because we're getting ready to come out of something. Okay? We're getting ready to come out of something. We're getting ready to come out of something and step into something more beneficial, more fulfilling. Yeah. It's taking a toll on us. We've been working hard. And not just with our finances, but all around the board. We've been working hard to be able to maintain these burdens. That takes skill. Okay? That takes talent to be able to not look like what you're going through. Okay? It takes dedication. All right? And you are doing all of those. You obtain all of those characteristics. So, and I always look at things like this, like certain things are just not for the weak, Gemini. And Gemini, you are far from weak. You can endure, you can persevere through a lot of things. Even when we aren't there mentally thinking that we can, we still push ourselves through. Meaning, even when we have those random thoughts, random self-doubt thoughts, we still have the capability to push through. We do. But like I said, Gemini, we're moving away from the struggles, from the hardships, and we're moving on to something. Something is coming in, okay? We do. We have our rewards coming in. I'm hearing stability for our strength. Wealth for our labor. Yeah. We remained despite what we were going through. Mm-hmm. We had a choice, and we stayed hopeful. We stayed optimistic. We kept moving forward, and we have success. Free from those struggles, okay? Those financial struggles that had us in the chokehold, those heavy burdens that had us in the chokehold, okay? Those times where our mind felt overloaded, felt like we had so much pressure, so much weight on our backs. We're stepping out of that and we're stepping into blessings, okay? We're stepping into peace. We're stepping into prosperity. We're stepping into stability, wealth, security, okay? We're stepping into our harvest, Gemini. So stay strong and keep persevering.